So here we have the Nissan Qashqai on a 19 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some of the controls on the inside of it. From the outside, you can see it's a 5-door car with tinted windows. We're going to start off inside the boot area first of all. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we have reversing sensors. Plenty of boot space along with that 60-40 split folding rear seat, should you wish to increase this space even further. We've also got this vinyl boot liner, which would have been an additional extra, and that is covering these two tray sections, which are removable, to give you even more space again. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and as I mentioned, we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside of it from there. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the rev counter and coolant temperature gauge. On the right-hand side, the speedometer and fuel gauge. In the centre, you can see the total miles of the car. They are 48,896. Above that, we have a digital readout for the speedometer. You can change that information for various different things, as you can see, and that is all done using the buttons on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. Also on the left-hand side, we have our stereo controls. On the right-hand side, cruise control, speed limiter, and phone controls. You can only use phone controls after you pair the phone up to the car, and that is done in the centre here. And whilst we're on the subject of phones, you can see we have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto available in this car. Pairing your phone is easy, just follow the instructions from that bottom left-hand corner just there. We have satellite navigation, as you can see. Really nice, clear colour display. It's a very easy system to use. When it comes to audio in this car, we've got AM, FM and DAB radio, CD player, USB input, Bluetooth audio so you can stream your music wirelessly, auxiliary input, and as I mentioned, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as well. On top of all of that, this car's got a 360 parking camera. So we have a forward-facing camera, reversing camera, a bird's eye view image of the car. You can even get a camera image of that front near side wheel. And on top of all of that, this car can either parallel park or perpendicular park itself. Doing the steering for you, it will just tell you when it's found a space big enough and it will steer you in there. Below that, we have dual zone climate control. You can adjust the passenger and driver temperature. You can change the direction of the air. You can increase and decrease the fan speed. This button turns your air conditioning off, back on again, or hit auto. The car will then take control of everything for you to maintain the temperatures you've asked for, and you can manually override that whenever you wish to. We have a 12-volt charging socket, electronic handbrake with an auto hold function, a 6-speed manual gearbox. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is the panoramic glass roof. There is a sunblind, as you can see, and that will open all the way to the back of the rear seats. The section of glass itself is fixed in position, but as you can see, it lets in a huge amount of extra light with that open. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car for yourself and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Surrey Specialist Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.